Hello, my name is Kazuya Matsuda. Today, I will talk about the history and purpose of propaganda. Few people immediately think of the meaning of the word propaganda when they hear it. I didn't immediately think of it either. First of all, let me introduce you to the meaning of propaganda. Propaganda is a general term for publicity activities that attempt to influence individuals or groups to behave in an intended direction by means of a specific idea. In particular, it often refers to propaganda activities with political intent, but it also includes propaganda activities that unilaterally propagate or attempt to imprint a certain idea, ideology, principle, or religious doctrine. In essence, it can be thought of as the manipulation of the public through information and arousing public opinion, which is inevitable in an international information society. Today, these methods are becoming less intrusive, more strategic, and more sophisticated. The word promotion simply means sale promotion activities. Propaganda and promotion shows that there is a difference in meaning. Here are some examples of typical propaganda. The first was done by Nazi Germany. It is such a famous and successful example that some people remember what the Nazis did when they hear the word propaganda. The Nazis worked nationally to get their message across through the art, music, theater, film, books, radio, and newspaper. The impact of propaganda, especially in films and newspapers, was very significant. Nazi propaganda often portrayed Jews as conspirators in the outbreak of war. Look at this picture. This picture is an example of pictorial propaganda. Jews are depicted behind the United States, Great Britain, and the Soviet Union, which were at war with Germany. Other propaganda continued to create a bad impression of the Jews. Thus, Germans, under the impression that Jews was the enemy, supported or tacitly approved the Nazis' policy of permanently eliminating Jews from German territory. Thus, Nazi propaganda played a major role in justifying the war and justifying the Jewish policy. The second is propaganda by the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union also used propaganda to sway public consciousness. There were some that showed the power of Stalin and Lenin, some that opposed capitalism, and some that praised labor and other activities. South Korea also used loudspeakers to broadcast propaganda near the border with North Korea. Thus, propaganda was carried out in various countries, some of it directed at foreign countries. The role of the media in propaganda is very important because the media can inform a large number of people at the same time. The effect is further enhanced by regulating the information at the same time. In the past, most of the media used paper, such as newspapers, posters, and books. Today, television and the internet are also being used to inform more people than in the past. People in the Nazi era were greatly influenced by propaganda, and people today may be even more so. Propaganda on the internet includes the certain creation of websites with false positions and the dissemination of false information. It is possible to be unknowingly influenced by propaganda. In order to prevent this from happening, it is necessary to check what is correct information and not to trust the information given to you unnecessarily. This, this concludes my presentation. I learned a lot about history by researching this topic, and it was very informative. I also want to make sure that I look at the information carefully and do not easily fall for propaganda. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.